Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Repot and Talk. If you hear any crunching, it's because my dog decided to eat her food right now, right in the middle of filming. So yeah, today as you can see around me, I've got a lot of cactuses and these haworthia succulents. I'm going to be repotting them up. I'm putting a bunch of the cactuses into this big bowl to do a little cactus arrangement. For my birthday, my sister got me a whole bunch of I just dropped them all over. My sister got me a whole bunch of cactuses, and I'm gonna do a little cactus arrangement in this little pot. We're also gonna be putting these two haworthias into one pot together because they're getting a little overgrown. I think I'm gonna take some of this off too and start some new little haworthias in the same pot. And we're also gonna take these two prickly pears and we are gonna put them in the same pot because this one's just like a little one, and I figure I might as well just combine them to make it one. So I'm actually going to start with the cactuses, and just for this reason I got these heavy duty gloves at the dollar store that are like super thick because I repotted a bunch of these before and pricked my fingers, and it was back when I like didn't know what I was doing, and you shouldn't prick your fingers on cactuses because it's not a fun experience and your fingers will go numb for like a while. So, I have no dexterity with these. Okay, so you know what? Let's take them all out of here first. So I don't actually know the names of any of these cactuses. Cactuses are super hard to like figure out when you're trying to figure out what the names are because they all look the same. Like this, is this one right here the same as this one? I don't know if you guys can see that. So when I first got some of these cactuses, they were all in an arrangement together, and I took them apart because at that point I was like, I want them all to be in their own separate little pot and not like all clumped together. And I did that actually with a lot of different stuff. I didn't like, having different plants all clumped together, but these cactuses take up so much space that I just decided, hell with it, I'm just gonna put them all together. So the soil that I'm using is Fafard cactus and succulent plant potting mix. And I'm only really using this because this was the only succulent and cactus potting mix that I could find. And I like, if I'm gonna be repotting my cactuses, to do a cactus mix base, just because it has a lot better drainage than regular potting soil does. I'm also going to be adding in some perlite for some extra drainage. Yeah. So on its own, I don't know if you guys can see this very well. The camera's kind of far away, but it does have pretty good drainage just off the bat. It's full of perlite and full of chunks of stuff that's going to give really good drainage, which is what you want in a cactus and succulent mix. This stuff is so dusty. There's a lot. Okay, now just mix it all up. Now I have to figure out how I want to lay out all these cactuses. I think I'm going to put this tall spiky boy in the back. And then these little balls will be in the front, the ball cactuses. I really like this guy. I just picked this guy up at Walmart like a few weeks ago. It was like, I don't know, a couple bucks. But it's so fluffy and furry. But I tried to touch it just to see like if it was furry, and you shouldn't touch it. I have no idea what kind of a cactus this is. I got this one, I think, just at Walmart years ago now, like maybe 2 or 3 years ago. Hasn't really done much of anything. I think this is a new growth. Oh my gosh, it's covered in spider webs. I don't know what to do about that. I mean, if I have gloves on, if there is a spider that's living in there, it should be fine, right? If the spider jumps out at me, I'm gonna be so mad. How do I even get this out of here? Oh, okay, no, it's roots. That's just roots. No spider in there, okay. Please don't jump out of my face. It's not spider mites. I can tell just by the way that the webs look. It's like an actual spider. Can you tell that I don't really do cactuses much? Just get in there. I'm trying to keep the cactuses like not buried too much because you want to keep cactuses a little higher when you're potting them. You know what? That's probably fine. It's probably fine. Yeah, it looks good. There's gonna be rocks. There'll be rocks around it. It'll be good. Hopefully the spider's dead. Those spider webs were a little dusty, so fingers crossed that the spider is gone. Okay, let's do this guy next, which I really like. This furry guy. Does it say what kind it is? No, just assorted cactus. Okay. We're gonna put that one, I think, right here. Oh, that looks good. They're cactus buddies. Okay, so far we got 2 cactuses in, and that looks pretty good. Pretty cute. Okay, so I guess we'll just keep going with the taller cactuses moving forward. So let's put this spiky boy, and it's gonna go on the opposite side. So let's dig a little hole. Do I have a skinnier? I got these little shovels at the dollar store, and they are so useful. Sure, that looks like a good spot. This guy's really spiky, so again, I hope it doesn't go through these gloves. Okay, I think I'm gonna like this. I was originally a little bit hesitant, just because, oh my gosh, I just broke the cactus. I just broke that off. Do you think that if I put it in there that it'll grow? We're gonna try it. We're gonna see if it'll grow that way. I can't believe I just broke that right off. Maybe I should let it callus over first. You know what? Yeah, if it dies, it dies. Okay, so here's what we got so far. You can see right there, we put the little broken piece right in the front. Okay, we're gonna do this tall one next. This is one of my favorite ones out of the ones my sister got me. It's tall and spiky, but the spikes are really small. I don't know if you can see that. The camera's probably too far away. And it is gonna go over by that last spiky boy we put in. I've actually had these sitting around for almost a month, and I've just been dreading repotting them because they're so spiky. So spike. Okay, but that looks good. Maybe they're a little too close, but they're in there now. They're not going anywhere. Okay, so my next one is going to be this one right here. This is another one of my favorite cactuses, and I've had this one for quite a while too. I just like the white hairs that are on it. I got this one at Walmart as well, but this one's really old. This one's probably like 4 or 5 years old, back when I was first getting into plants. So it's done like absolutely nothing. It's grown maybe about half an inch. I don't really know inches because I live in Canada, but I'm guessing half an inch. Maybe it's got half an inch of growth on it. Maybe. And it's gonna go beside this floofy boy. Oh, that one plopped in perfectly. Oh, I'm really liking how this looks now. This was a good idea. Okay, I think I want these balls to be in the foreground. So let's put this spiky ball cactus in. This guy looks mean. He is a mean looking cactus. Yeah, he's a mean looking guy. So we'll put him by the other mean looking guy. They can be mean looking together. The more spikes, the meaner the cactus looks. I think that's a personality trait, you know? If you got a lot of spikes, you're probably a mean cactus. But if you're like this guy and you're just fluffy, you're like a fun-going, life of the party kind of cactus guy. Okay, so here we are with the arrangement. Again, I don't know if you can see it or not. I would be taking, you know, progress pics with my phone, but I'm filming on my phone because I don't know how to use my camera. Okay, so next I think we're gonna do this spiky guy. We're gonna do this ugly guy next. This guy just looks like a hairy skin tag that has grown well past its due. So we'll put the hairy skin tag kind of in the back, you know? Because nobody wants to see that. It's a spiky skin tag. There, we put our little skin tag cactus right in there beside the floofy boy. Okay, so now we have all of our little ball cactuses. This one's the biggest one, so I'm gonna put it in front of the skin tag cactus. This one just looks like a wart. Like a big ugly wart. Like a wart that you should probably go see your doctor about. Oh, this looks good. Okay, now we're gonna do this little ball cactus. All of the angry stuff is to this side. Medical abnormalities are in the middle. Then we have the cute little floofy boys on this side. Okay, and so here's what we've got so far. We're almost done with our little arrangement. So the last thing we're gonna add are these ball cactuses. These I think are my oldest cactuses, maybe? I got these ones and this little prickly pear. And I think there were some succulents and they were in an arrangement together. And I took it all apart, planted them up separately because no interspecies mixing. But now I'm just like, cute arrangements. So this one, if you can see, has a bunch of babies all around it. It was originally just these two cactuses and they grew all these little babies, but the babies never really did much. I mean, I know cactuses take a really long time to grow, so we'll see what happens. But that's going to be all in the front here. The dish that I had these in was actually, like there were some fake plants in it, and I just liked the concrete look, so then I took all the fake plants out and put these cactuses in, but there's no drainage hole. There's no drainage hole in this one. That's never stopped it from drying out really quick for some reason. Whoa, look at the roots on this guy. That hole's definitely not big enough. Oh no, it's on my skin. There's dirt on my skin. Come on, just... Ah! God damn it. Cactuses! There we go. Much better, okay. So, there we have it. We have finished our cactus arrangement. This is what it looks like from the front. Beautiful. Like a spiky death trap. Okay, so let's set that to the side. Okay, so we're gonna do the haworthias. Both of these are gonna go into this pot. It's not that much bigger. I mean, it's a lot deeper than these two pots, but I don't think it's that much bigger. You know, surface-wise. If it is a bit bigger and there's some empty spaces, I'm gonna cut some of these down actually might cut this one down to create some new little ones around the rim of the pot. These plants have grown really well, and I think that this one is actually a cutting from this plant that I moved here, and they just grow. They grow so well. I normally don't like succulents because I just don't have the light for succulents, but these ones are like, they grow so well, so fast. I have another haworthia that's a different type of haworthia, and it is actually flowering right now, or at least it's in the process of flowering. And I'll share some video of that once it does flower, because I've never actually had a haworthia flower before, so it's pretty exciting. Once again, we're going to be using the same soil, the Fafard cactus soil and some perlite. Let's add a little bit more soil. So I don't need to use gloves for these haworthias because they don't have spikes and they won't try to kill me like the cactuses will. A couple times, what I've done with these terracotta pots is I've put a piece of like paper towel along the drainage hole so that water can still get out, but the dirt doesn't, like, you know, go everywhere. But then when I've changed the pots or like put them into new pots, I will see that like wet, gross, half deteriorated paper towel, and I'll be like, what is that? Are those spider webs? So it freaks me out every single time. So I don't do it very often anymore because I am. This looks like it's gonna be too small of a pot for both of them. You know what? We're gonna make it work. We're gonna make it work. You guys are gonna get close and friendly again, like you once were when you were just a little baby. Just shove them in together. Just ignore all of the chaos. I hope there's no spiders in here. Got my fingers shoved right into these little spots. There's a spider living in here. That's terrifying. There we have our haworthia collective, all in one big terracotta pot. So I actually really like how that looks all shoved together. So we'll put that over there. So the last cactus that we're repotting today is this prickly pear cactus. But I'm gonna put them together into one single pot, just again to save some space. It doesn't really have to be much bigger than the pot that it's in. I'm just going to use this one that the haworthias were in. I'm not going to clean it or anything. You probably should clean and sterilize your pots if you're going to put another plant into a pot that a different plant was in. I'm not going to do it just really to save time. And again, we're using the same soil, the Fafard cactus. Is it Fafard? What a weird name. Fafard cactus and succulent soil with some perlite from it's just Pro Mix perlite. And these, I think they do have spikes on them. I'm not gonna try touching them with my bare hands. I'm gonna use these just in case. Because one time I did and my hands were numb for like the rest of the day and I was like, what's going on? Okay, so my phone stopped working because, of course it did. It ran out of storage, but we were pretty much done anyway. We finished planting up the prickly pear cactus right here. And then we also added some aquarium gravel to the cactus terrarium thingamabob, the cactus arrangement. We added some aquarium gravel down there because I had some left over. And I wanted it to look kind of deserty and gravelly. But yeah, I'm very happy with how that turned out. I'm so happy with all of these cactuses. Thank you so much, Christine, for providing some of these cactuses for me. That was a big help because I had bought this bowl and I realized I didn't have enough cactuses for it. So thanks for that birthday present. But yeah, thanks for joining me for this pot and talk. And yeah, I will see you in the next one. Thanks again for watching. Remember to like and subscribe for similar content. On Mondays, I post videos about houseplants, and on Fridays, I also post videos about houseplants, and reading, writing, photography, art, and any other generic interests of mine. As always, you can find my social media links in the description below. Also, you can find links to H&H Games, the board game company I've helped create, and our debut board game, Season of Heroes. You can also find the Amazon links to my fantasy series, A Chronicle of Crowns. Thanks for watching, bye!